Hello there, Di here. Today I'm making a card just with some scraps that were lying about on my desk, and it was easy to make a card with them than to get rid of them. I made this circular shape using a compass, and I added some washi tape along the bottom just to pretty it up a little bit. It was a little bland. I wasn't sure at this stage what I was going to make, but I remembered seeing a card made by Therese Calvird, who makes wonderful cards. And so this was pretty much copying her little card that she made. I stamped one of these cute Stacy Ukula animals out onto some stamping paper and coloured it in with my Coloursoft pencils, just very, very quickly, though not quite as quickly as I'm showing here. And I used some archival ink to stamp that. Just coloured it in with soft colours. I decided by this stage, because of this image, that it was going to be for a very young lad, but in non-traditional colours. Once that was coloured in, I put some glue tape on the back of that little circular piece and added it to the front of the panel, which was cut to fit the front of, I think it's about a 5 by 7 inch card. It was quite a nice large card. Added the glue to the back of that panel. These pieces of paper were just lying there, and rather than put them away, I thought I'd use them. Therese has some wonderful ideas for cards or masculine cards, and that's where I got this idea. So she used a nice stripe on hers. I'll put the link in the description box. Just going around the cut edges of that cardstock to loose the white edge with a little bit of gathered twigs distress ink. Very simple, just using the patterns and the colour. Now I'm going to do a little bit of heat embossing on a piece of plain black cardstock, and I'm using a Simon Says stamp, but I think it's Tilted Banners, and it says, "I hope your day is awesome." I was going to make a birthday one, and then I thought, no, if I use that sentiment, it can be for practically any occasion. I'm using some copper, I think it's copper, yes, copper embossing powder. And just heat setting that. I love the colour of the copper, it's quite pretty. Now I've got a template. I cut out the little banner shape with the die on a piece of fairly firm cardstock, and that gives you the template, and then you attach that to over your piece of embossed card, and then just tape this down securely over the top inside that little, it nests in very neatly. You put it through your Big Shot or whatever, and when you remove the die, you've got a perfectly cut out, perfectly centered sentiment. It's the easiest way I know. When you've got a die like this that's solid, that you can't see through. Bent up the ends on that and attached it with a little bit of matte medium, and there it is with the banner adhered to the bottom. Now all that remains is to fussy cut out the little rabbit, and I fussy cut this just as quickly as I coloured him. Not really. Looks good though when you can speed up the video. Just leaving a little white border around the edge of that, helps define it against the background. These are all Kaisercraft papers from a little 6.5 inch pad, except for the envelope, which was from a 12 inch pad or paper stack. Just trimming up those ears. checking that it's smooth, and adding some 3M tape to the back to give it a little bit of dimension on the card, again to help to define it against that fairly neutral background. There he is. Just about done. I've got a couple of photos at the end just to so you can see it fully done. There he is, just a simple little card. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you soon. Bye now.